What's poppin', everybody? This is Cerebral54, and I'm going to be ranting about the expanded format and pretty much all of its problems today. I was inspired to make this video after a really horrible match. I mean, there's plenty of horrible matches when you play in the expanded format, but that particular match, I'm going to talk about it later, it just really pissed me off to the point to talk about the expanded format and to talk about cards that need to get banned again. So the thing with the Pokemon TCG is that it's going in the direction of the Yu-Gi-Oh TCG. It's like it's following in the steps Yu-Gi-Oh took years ago, and eventually it might end up being just as bad. Now, Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon, of course, are different kinds of games with the rules and stuff, but at the same time, they do have a lot of similarities. Like, for example, Yu-Gi-Oh has the graveyard, and you have cards that want to be sent to the graveyard, and you gain effects and combos by being sent to the graveyard. Pokemon has the discard pile, and we've introduced numerous cards that dump cards over there like Battle Compressor. We have a lot of discard outlets and so on. When they introduced the expanded format on TCG Online, I think it was during 2013, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe 2014, it seemed like a great idea. I mean, it gives you the chance to use some of the cards like from the black and white format, sets that had rotated out, and a lot of new different combinations could now be enabled. Whereas before, if those sets didn't exist in the standard format, you wouldn't be able to combine them with the latest sets of X and Y, for example. The problem is, though, this keyword expanded. As the format expanded even more, and it keeps expanding, with more sets being available, and they can get combined with some of the more crazier cards, or even some just weak cards that just make crazy combos when they get combined with the new cards. Like, for example, the net, now that you can use it with Shaymin EX. Instant Scoop Up, and you can use Shaymin EX again to draw cards. I mean, it's interactions like these that are born, and it just makes the expanded format a complete mess. The card pool is so big, there's a billion different ways to make stall and control decks to mess with your opponent in so many fucked up creative ways that it's like no matter what they do, like even if they start banning a bunch of cards, there's always going to be problems. I do feel, however, that there are some fundamental cards that I've mentioned in videos other times before on this channel that do need to get banned, get errated, whatever. They needed to do something about these cards for a long time. I mentioned this many times, but these cards would be Propagation Execute, Archie's Ace in the Hole, and right now I was iffy on Shaymin EX, but especially now with the release of that Scoop Up Net, I believe it's called, which is an auto scoop up for any Pokemon that's not GX and V. Something needs to happen with that card. I was playing up against a Archie's Mewtwo and Mew GX deck the other day, and I did record the footage, but I was so pissed off that I deleted it. But essentially what happened was I played first, start with my 3 Pokemon. I was using Trashalanche Garbodor with the Alolan Muck. Get my 3 basics down, got my supporter for the next turn, got an energy. Good stuff going on. My opponent plays first. He plays a bunch of the Zigzagoons, plays Scoop Up Nets, puts 3 damage counters on all my dudes, like 1 damage counter each. Keeps using Shaymin, keeps using Scoop Up, keeps doing stuff like that. Battle Compressor, dump Archie, dump Alolan Sandslash, dump Water Energies. Before you know it, he was left with 15 cards left in the deck in 1 turn. Gathered the energies, brought out the Blastoise with Archie, put the Water Energies on Mewtwo. Like I said, Alolan Sandslash was in the discard pile, and he killed my guys in just 1 turn. 1 turn. And this is just one of the ways you can get screwed over and expanded like it's nothing. These cards, along with cards like Battle Compressor, are just too strong. You look at a game like Yu-Gi-Oh that's been graveyard based for so long now. Some cards like Foolish Burial that just let you send 1 monster from the deck to the graveyard are at 1 because it's just such a strong strategy. I mean, since we have so many cards right now in the Pokemon TCG that want to be dumped in the graveyard, and you do combos by dumping cards in the graveyard, a card like Battle Compressor that can just put 3 of any cards in the discard pile, it's crazy good. It's like, once again, painful choice from Yu-Gi-Oh! I know I'm comparing Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot, but it's just a great example because I've been seeing what's been happening, and I see the direction that it's gonna go. It's just gonna get worse. Then you got cards like Shaymin EX. Now, it really pissed me off when I saw that Crobat V has the same effect like Shaymin, which means that they really don't care. They're not going to do anything. At least, though, with Crobat V, he can't be combined with that Scoop Up Net, that card, and you get that instant Scoop Up into the hand, and you can reuse Shaman to draw more cards. I've said before that Shaman EX should have been once per turn, but it's whatever. They put it in Roaring Skies, we can't go back right now. Now, when they designed Crobat V, they should have made sure that it was once per turn, or you just draw less cards or something, I don't know, something. But they just left it like that, exact same effect as Shaman EX, which leads me to believe they don't care. And if Crobat V is coming, then obviously, even if they ban or do something to Shaman EX, it doesn't matter. But at least right now with the Scoop Up Net, now that that card exists, they have to do something with Shaman EX, but they probably won't. And some of you might want to say that in DP, Uxie had the same effect and even stronger, but it was perfectly fine. But you gotta keep in mind that that was a different format and the card pool was much different. We didn't have billions of ways to dump cards from the hand, discard, dump, such speedy options like Ultra Ball and Quick Ball and Battle Compressor and all these cards that you could just play and then you just play down the Uxie and draw cards. It was a much different animal. Same thing with the Giratina back then from Platinum that had the same effect as Mershado. You have to consider the format and the available card pool. Archie's ace in the hole. I've said this a million times. If they felt there was a reason to ban Maxi, because you can instantly get out Archeops and make locks and what have you, then Archie that does the same effect for water should have gotten the same treatment. The reason they put this unlimited energy acceleration from the hand to Pokemon like Blastoise and Emboar and Magnezone, and they make sure they're stage 2s, or they have more limitations in the case of Frostmoth, that are stage 1, is because that effect is too busted to be on a basic Pokemon that you can just play down and get that energy acceleration. So when you make a card like Archie that breaks that rule so easily and you can just build a deck around it, it completely defeats the purpose. And it promotes, I'm gonna kill you as quickly as possible, not really give you the chance to do anything, decks. Like, I didn't do anything wrong. It's not like I had one Pokemon on the field and it just killed me. I had 3, I couldn't play any supporters on the first turn, but he just drew his whole deck and killed me. And that's the thing, you should not be able to draw your whole damn deck in one turn, but it's easily possible now with Shaman EX and especially now with that Scoop Up Net and all of the interactions. I mean, it's just a complete clusterfuck, and it's been a clusterfuck, the expanded format, for quite a while, but it just only gets worse, and I don't know what's going to happen. And now the other thing now that they decided that they're going to use the expanded format for the World Championship next year, it's not going to go down well at all. It's just going to be this bullshit ass decks. Matches are going to be done, really quickly, and I don't think it's a good look at all. Like, how are you going to promote all of the new cards, wide variety of cards from the new Sword and Shield decks, when it's just going to be the same old shit, Battle Compressor, Propagation Execute, Shaman EX all day long, Crobat to go, but Crobat is going to be out by that time too, so you add that guy in too. It's going to be shit like this. How is this a really great idea? And I guarantee you're going to be seeing Uranguru decks and Sableye decks and just troll, stalls, energy removal, deck out decks, all the bullshit the expanded format has to offer. You're going to be seeing that shit in the top tables. How is that healthy? I don't get it. The standard format obviously doesn't suffer from this so much, but if they keep going the direction they're going, you never know. Maybe the expanded format the way it is today will be the standard format in 5-10 years later. You never know. So what I want from them at the very least, because there's no way you can fix the expanded format the way it is. I know this from playing Yu-Gi-Oh! When you have such a huge card pool, and all you have is just a ban list to balance things out, and you just ban a few cards here and there, it doesn't do much. Like, it's going to be crazy no matter what they do. But at the very least, just the most obvious culprits, cards like Propagation Execute that make Ultra Ball, Quick Ball, all of these cards costless, and they're the heart and soul of bullshit strategies. That card should get banned, get eroded to once per turn, something like that. Archie's Ace in the Hole, that card should have been out a long time ago if Maxi got banned. It is the same effect for water. And then Shaman EX, I think it's about time that card got banned too, if I'm being honest, since they're gonna release Crobat V anyway. Just give us that. It's gonna be the same shit, but at least Scoop Up Net isn't gonna work with Crobat. And there's plenty of other cards that are too good, like Battle Compressor. Battle Compressor should have been like you put one or two cards from the deck in the discard pile, not freaking three. I don't know, man. But anyways, you guys can tell me what you think in the comments down below about the expanded format. Like I've said, it was a great idea on paper years ago, but as the card pool keeps expanding, you get more broken interactions, cards don't go away. Yeah, a lot of cards like Pokemon become irrelevant due to power creep, but broken interactions like Shaman Scoop Up and other strategies are still get born and stick around if they don't do something about them. Let's not even get into the whole shit with the Silent Lab and Ultra Necrozma. I mean, it makes me wonder if they were thinking when they were designing, these new cards, or they just know what the card pool isn't expanded. I don't know, man. But anyways, this has been SaberWolf94. Hope you guys enjoyed this rant, this video. Hope you guys subscribe, leave a like, share this video with your friends. Thank you guys for watching as always, and what's up?